Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Rich T Racing. Now, if I've got myself organised and if everything has gone to plan, this video will be coming out on the 8th of February. Why is it so important this video comes out on the 8th of February? Well, the basic reason is that the 8th of Feb marks 4 years since I released my first ever karting video on the social media platform that is known as YouTube. Now, as everyone in the YouTube scene knows, your very first video is always shite, and this one is by no means an exception. So this is just going to be hopefully a lot of fun to look through and just sort of look back at how rubbish I was at it at the first go. Obviously, the British YouTube scene was doing well. You had the Sidemen, they were doing their thing, but they were more on the gaming side of things still, and I didn't know who they were. I had absolutely no idea, so I didn't have them as inspiration to make this video. But what I did have was a particular Sunday League football team that was known as Palmer's FC. Now, for me, between 2015 and 2017, these guys, or Smith, was the GOAT of the British YouTube scene, and I will stand by that, because Palmer's FC were banging. I tuned into every single video. It was such a happy moment when I saw there was a Palmer's FC upload. It was the first major channel that I subscribed to and hit the bell for notifications, all that jazz, you know, all that. And yeah, so my theory for this video was, can I make a Palmer's FC Sunday League football style video for karting? That's where the idea came from. That was my inspiration. I think if you're looking at making a video for the first time, that's sort of what you got to do. You got to look for some form of inspiration and go from there. Make it your own. And that's what I did. So without any further ado, let's now have a look at my very first ever video. Right, so before we get into video, obviously this is the channel, Swansea University Motorsport, my baby for the vast majority of my time at university. 70 subscribers. I think we had about 68 when I finished, so that's a few years ago. So they've done really well. As you can see, that was the last video I did for the channel, and this is the most recent one to come out. Yeah, we don't talk about that. But let's sort. But yeah, this is the first proper one here. BUKC round 1, the best team around. Re-upload. Basically, as you can see here, it's not the first video I did. That was the first one, but this is when I was sort of beginning to understand what YouTube copyright was, and I tried to use the chain, as I'm sure you can tell from that thumbnail. Yeah, I tried to use the BBC F1 chain intro, and yeah, YouTube didn't like me using the chain, and it then muted the entire video as a result, so I had to redo it, and then for some reason decided to put re-upload in the title. But yeah, let's jump into this thing. 258 views. Oh, I love doing this.
Come back, turn around, David. It's all right. They didn't hit each other. Away from the screen. I thought that was.
This is Formula One.
I tried to get Sean. The idea was to try and get someone who knew Sean Bean to actually say this is the BUKC, but it didn't work. So yeah, this is the music I ended up putting to this intro. As you can tell, so much effort went into it. Although I have to say, this bit of music does actually go brilliantly with this footage. But yeah, it's nothing to do with karting. It's literally it's a bastardized version of the BBC F1 intro. But yeah, it was amazing how well this music actually went to this footage. But yeah, it goes on for a really long time. This is again, this was my theory on video making at the time, and now we're going to see the transition of glory. But it's been, oh, he just missed the BBC F1, the SUMC, BUKC, fantastic. And here we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the first round of the BUKC, coming to you from Buckhall Park, located in
Oh my God.
Kent, or Clapham, or wherever it is, I don't know. Now, I'm not to point out right now, this is not going to be a review of...
How did I ever think that was worth putting up? Oh, that's funny. that's the laptop microphone for you, and I just didn't even think about it. That's why ultimately it took until Christmas this year for me to get the trusty Shure MV5, which I've had ever since. Great microphone, as you can tell. But yeah, my God. Yeah, just...
Of the race itself. That is done by the BUKC themselves. You can go check it out at their channel or their website, wherever it is. Again, I don't know. What this is going to be instead is
no,
the race
why-
point of view of one
leaving
of the
everything
teams.
in,
It's from the
leaving
small team.
everything in,
Well,
even
when
the
I say
awkward
small,
pauses.
What I actually mean is, well, the best karting team.
The best team.
In Wales.
Re-upload.
That is, of course,
Swansea.
I know Swansea Met A are actually quite decent, and yeah, they are.
And still are. Trinity. They're called Trinity now. They're not called Swansea Met, but they'll always be Trinity. They'll always be Swansea Met in my mind.
I think you can see where I'm coming from here. I think. And also, it can be contested who the best university karting team is in Wales.
This was a good bit. I like this bit coming up.
What's the best university in Wales, period? And that is, of course, Swansea. And we're very modest about this. We have a couple of signs up, but again, we're very modest. I mean, take a look at the front of our main building. Look, we've got a massive banner there. You'd think we'd have best university in Wales there printed there, but no, we've just got one very small little sign there. So we're very modest. I mean, it's not like we've got signs around the entire university reminding you of how great we are. We like to keep under the radar, and we just like to go about our business. Again, very modest and very humble. So the way that we're going to be filming...
I thought I really like that bit. I really liked that bit.
Myself, also got a more camera courtesy of Benjamin Goodwin.
Ben, legend.
And we've got race 1. I'm racing for...
Music's so loud. This is some... I'll just say now, this is something that I would do for every single BUKC video I did between 2017 and 2019. And then I did it for a Club 100 video at the start of last year. Sent it to Club 100 saying, oh, could you promote this? And they basically said, no, where's the engine sound? You've got music playing over it. We can't hear the engine. Why would you do that? Idiot. Didn't say the idiot bit, but it was very much implied. But yeah, music, well, it's basically, again, it's because Palmer's use music over the football. So I thought, well, I'll use music over karting. But it's not like you want to hear the engine sound at all. Idiot. Oh well, we move on.
I'm coming down into turn 1 there. Hopefully he might be
Turn 1, hairpin 1.
here. But we can see, oh, he's lost his braking massively and...
So close.
I think he's just trying to work out his limits there. Hopefully that's not going to come back to bite him anytime soon. Meanwhile, I'm having a nice
Nice little bit of foreshadowing there.
Nice drive. We see someone's gone down his inside there. And oh no, he's been tapped. He's been tapped and he's spun it. And that is
It came back to bite him.
over for him.
It came back to bite him.
I'm about to come past him. And that's a real shame. We saw that he got a tap.
That wasn't, to be fair to Ben, was not his fault. He got tapped.
But I know that Ben's going to be even more upset. Now he's got to go through the roof.
Yeah, I missed this. I really do. It was so annoying when it happened, but it was... I miss the TKMs, I do. I don't like that. I would much rather...
I suppose it's not an easy job, and he gets pushed on his way. Now obviously I've got track vision on Ben, and I'm still stuck behind Kevin here, which...
Stuck behind Kevin Hart. See, it was things like this that I think, like, meant, whilst obviously the sound quality is horrific, again, I didn't even mention this before, look at the video, it's 37 minutes long. There are still things in here that are like, we're already good, we're already things that were like, made this, even though it was a horrible quality video, still made it a little bit different, a little bit more unique, like the fact that that guy's got Hart on the back of his name, I automatically recall him Kevin. It's little things like that that, like, I think I've carried through for as long as I've been doing videos. It's like when I refer to people by their helmets. It's stuff like this it's stuff like that this came from. Let's carry on.
The inside, I think he is. Oh,
He's gone for the inside where there's more grip.
Yes, I think he has, and there we go. Ben has moved.
This is some okay editing here. So the first video I've ever edited. This is all right.
Slightly wider line and take the curbs into the corner, whose name I can never remember. But getting close into Cafe Curb.
I think it's the Damon Hill.
I can see up in the distance there it is the final lap.
Yes, the final lap.
Opportunity to regain some honour for Swansea. I know this has been unlacking himself. It's not full position, but
it's still, it matters. It matters. Particularly between me and Ben.
You can see he's getting great drive off turn 1. Not sure.
Spend so much time.
He's run wide into hairpin 1, and we're going to see if I can get
Two
back
out.
on him. You get some wheel spin coming into the second hairpin. I can see this as my opportunity as I go down.
It's just not. This is the commentaries just doesn't help.
Drive off the corner, but then comes back at me
It's just not high-paced enough.
Line to be taken here as I cut back on the inside and regain the position.
But,
I know that Ben is faster than me into this section. We can see here he's right on my bumper. I think he actually makes contact with me, trying to push me along, trying to get me going. Is he going to have a look down the inside again? I'm not sure at this corner, but
it's exactly the same point.
Out of that corner, is he going to get me into the inside here?
He's got the inside line.
Yes, he is. He's got to watch that brake and make sure he doesn't spin out like he has before. He's made the move stick, but am I going to get him back into the final couple of corners?
Oh.
Can I get him into Cafe Curve with one last move? I'm not sure it's going to happen.
Oh, it's close. It's close, but no banana.
He's going to finish in front of me. Yes, there it is. Confirmed.
There you go. Yep, there it is.
And, you know what? I've got to give fair play to Ben. So when you spin, it's obviously so demoralising.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, fair play, Ben. He came back at me and he fought very well, and my commentary really made that look so much less exciting than it actually was. It was brilliant. It was a fantastic little battle. Let's cut forward now. Where are we go? Oh no, it has to be this bit.
Fine, Adam, there he is. Oh, no, hang on, that's number 2. Oh, never mind. So we'll try and find Adam somewhere else.
My attempt at humour.
Oh god, no, he's had a spit. Oh, no, that guy's got a GoPro. Adam's not a GoPro. Is that it? No, that's not him either. That guy's got a Donaldo on. Adam, where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. What's the 3 different people wearing the exact same thing as that? I mean, that's plagiarism if ever I've seen it. But lads, don't get me wrong, I'm a favourite guy.
I love this.
The difference between dressing similar to and then just blatantly copying someone. One's acceptable, one's frowned upon. Learn the bloody difference.
Somehow created a really good little moment amongst us, even though it's just so poorly done from an editing point of view. But yeah, no, I really liked doing that bit. Again, it's little bits like that I would then carry on doing for the rest of the time I was doing BUKC, and still now I still do little silly things now. Right, what there's oh my god, no, we have to have this bit. Outside at the moment, but is he going to try and move down the inside? Yes, there he goes, Harriet Watt making the move on Adrian, we can see there. He's now This was a good bit of filming, by the way. We had GoPro and camera footage. I think it was Harriet.
Still there, but it's getting slower by the minute. We can still see Warwick A just in the distance there as we move into the final.
Here we go. This is iconic for me.
Adrian to maybe make something happen, but we can see that there is simply not enough time left, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. But fair play for him. 5th is going to be a very good result.
I completely forgot.
What was it? Leeds Beckett's fallen out. So
oh yeah, Leeds Beckett. He was like.
We're looking to the final corner now. There goes Warwick A, and there
goes Harriet Watt.
Adrian's going to finish a superb 4, which is a brilliant result for Swansea A.
This was Palmer's. I got all this idea from Palmer's. I used a poor video. There's Jasper. Oh my god. I really didn't know what I was doing. Brilliant quality camera, by the way.
Somebody say 4th. Make that 3rd. Absolutely unbelievable. Adrian claims 3rd, literally at the finish line.
This was obscene.
Harriet Watt just loses it on the curves, and he misses out on a podium place by literally. I think that's actually he finishes in the 3rd grid spot.
He basically he dropped it at Cafe Curve, which is a very difficult corner to drop it on in the BUKC mains. How he did it on the final lap when Leeds Beckett also disappeared. Unreal. That was immediate. I was like, oh my god, we got that on camera. We basically got it on camera. One like not just the best moment of this video for me, but one of the best things I've ever captured on camera. Best bit is unbelievable, Jeff. Is all I can say. Yeah. Oh god, I love that so much. I love doing the little edit as well. But you can just see how bad at it I was. So I don't think anything else major happens in this video. I think. Hang on, what we got here? Let's have a little look through.
Oh my god.
Bit of iMovie.
So after that spin, I decided to give up on Gilbert.
Yeah.
What Lewis is getting up to.
Yeah, this race didn't go well. Lewis Evans, he did one race for us. I think we alienated him a bit because we were just boring bastards.
But I just want to give a big shout out to Lewis. This is
Yeah.
only his second time in a Club 100 car. He made the test day but didn't make the qualifiers. And considering he span, I think, about 10 times, and it was raining and it was cold, I was expecting to come back.
2017 version of P-Dubs.
Find him miserable and having not enjoyed it. But he actually said to me how much fun he had, and I could see it in his face. He really enjoyed it.
That's what I fucking love about Club 100 and BUKC. It can be absolutely pissing it down. You could be freezing your arse off, but you're still having a great time. That's why I miss it. I miss that so much. I really do. We're only getting onto the endurance races now. We're 28 minutes into the video, and we've only just finished the sprint races. This is how much attention I gave it. I had a lot of footage to work through, but even so, 28 minutes going for ultimately four sprint races. But I want to make sure I got as much as possible, and I've got a feeling I overdid it. Good for the little start, actually. Oh, very good on the brakes. The thing about Ben, he was absolutely mad and went for moves he had no right to go for and just wasn't really thinking, like you just seen there. But he was also he had some real natural talent. He was the Maldonado of the Swansea University Motorsport team. But he could deliver some good results. He could also cock up a few things as well. And I would tell him every single time before a race, I'd just say to him, just take your time, don't muck up, don't go for anything rash. First lap, he'll be taking out 4 drivers.
It's a calamity, as I've forgotten to undo the fuel cap properly, and now I'm in a rush to get out, and I actually slip. And this prompts me to tell you a funny story about Ben. So this is Buckmore Park last year. This is in the middle of.
This was funny.
This is when I was racing with Swansea B, and I was racing alongside Ben.
Great times.
He came out racing for the BUKC for his first time, gone out and brought himself a brand new black racer.
As you do.
Entering his first pit stop, this happens. It cracks me up every time I see it, especially when Will says calm down. That's actually one of the funniest things I've ever seen. What's not actually that funny is that Ben managed to burn a hole into his brand new racer.
No, that was hilarious.
We've never stopped taking piss out of him since. He has to have special tape.
He did. He had that suit for the whole of his time at uni and doing the BUKC. Every time you see the tape on the back of on his elbow. Yeah, that's probably the end of this video. I imagine I've gone way over what I should have. What I intended this video in terms of length to be, but yeah, it's really nice to sort of look back at this time, at my first ever video. Brings back a lot of fond memories, and also just remind myself, even if I think that what I'm doing now with Rich T isn't the best, it's still not getting the reaction that I hoped for. It's still a hell of a lot better than what I was doing around this time. So yeah, there we go. That has been my first ever video on YouTube. Honestly, it's nowhere near as bad as I remember it. Obviously, the audio is so bad and it's way too long, but there were some really good moments in there. There were some funny moments, there's some great racing, and of course there are some iconic moments as well. The moment with the chap spinning just before the finish line, allowing Adrian to take third. Oh my god, I'd never seen anything like it before. I haven't seen anything like it since. And just a brilliant moment, and one of those things, just so glad I had it on camera. But yeah, there we go. I like to think that I've progressed since. Up for debate if I have or not. But yeah, there we go. That is the end of the video. If you are still watching, thank you so much. And if you are still watching and you're not subscribed, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. And all I shall say to you for now is ta-ta and farewell.